everybody. I'm driving. Going to get my son from work. Wonderful Saturday. Yes, I smoke. It is currently 2:30. My son gets off work at 3 o'clock, and his roommate, who works with him, is a driver at the place he works. So she has to stay on so she can drive. But he's one of the highest paid hourly employees, so they're sending him home. He makes more than the GM. They're actually training him to be a GM. And he's not sure if he wants to take it because, well, if he makes more hourly than the GM does, if you break down the guaranteed 50 hours for a GM, he's making well over that an hour from the salary being offered. But anyways, enough of that. Figured I would just take out for a ride. I had plans on filming a lot today, and my phone's the wrong way. Other way. Okay. I had plans on filming a lot today, but things happen. Life gets in the way. My whole road is torn up right now. They changed out some culverts before all the snow melts up north and comes down and floods us like it does almost every year. They changed out some culverts and all that good mess, and they just re-blacktopping the road, so it doesn't look too pretty out on my road at the moment. When I grew up here, this was such a small town. Now there's 3 subdivisions on my road that did not exist whenever I was growing up. All the traffic here is crazy. It's built up so much, and we don't have the infrastructure for it. So it is what it is. That's why I'm purchasing. Well, that's why I purchased out of state, and I'm moving out of state. And I have 14 acres, and in the area I bought in, the development cannot be broken down into less than 5-acre lots and sold off. So I know that I won't have that many neighbors back there, just because where you have to have 5 acres. So with my 14, I can only break that up twice, which I plan on keeping my whole 14. It's 6 acres up a mountain. 8 acres is relatively flat. I say relatively flat, but if you go down to the creek, I cannot wait to bring y'all there and walk the property and show y'all. I haven't even seen a tenth of the property, to be honest with you. Okay, so I know I don't have that many subscribers, but I'm very thankful for every single one of y'all. Tell me some questions down below. What do you want to know about me? I'm 38 or 39. I was born in 81. Yeah, I'm one of them ages. 1981. Yes, I will be 40 this year. Oh, wow. Okay, so I'm 39. I'm on my 3rd marriage. I have 2 children, 18 and 15. My 18-year-old will be 19 next month. That's what I'm going to get from work right now. I have 1 dog, maybe 2, if the puppies don't drive me completely crazy before I get rid of the other 2. I won't be tempted to get rid of all 3. So you can see all the pretty green trees behind me. It's the first day of spring. Trying to show you a little bit of my area without giving too much away. It's an old car wash back there in the corner that is now caged up. I washed many a car there whenever I was growing up. And we're not even into town yet. Like, this is just a little community I live in that is so small, quote unquote small, we don't have a post office. Yet we have 2 schools and a car passes every second on the road. So, you know. All of these are new houses, new houses, new houses. All new houses. I'm used to it looking like that. Nothing. Lives about 10 minutes from my house, 15, depending on traffic, and if everybody around me is obeying the speed limits, which I do, but they changed them a few times over the years because we've gotten so many more people, and traffic has gotten so bad. They think raising the speed limit on these little bitty narrow roads is the answer, and it's not the answer. I mean, 35, 40 should be plenty in this area. And some of these roads have gone up to 45 and 55, and I'm not sure if you see how wobbly and shaky it is, but the roads are not meant for that kind of speed. Our ground is too soft, the roads are too old, they're too narrow. And you have 2 cars going in opposite directions doing 55 on one of these little bitty roads, and you have fatalities, which is crazy. We're about to pass a very colorful part of town. I'll give you a little sneak peek. It's one road. Used to be a convenience store, but that fountain used to be so pretty. But that store's been closed for probably about 25, 30 years. And now we're about to get to our main road through town. This road actually runs all the way from New Orleans, which I live 45 minutes away from, if you take interstate. If you take this road, it's about an hour. This road I'm about to turn on runs from New Orleans well past St. Francisville, if you're familiar with the Louisiana area. It's a U.S. highway. Does my husband have the heater on in this truck? He's so cold-natured. Yes, he does. Please, no. No wonder I'm sweating. It's 60 degrees outside. I need the AC. I'm hot-natured. But my husband took the truck this morning for work. He works a half a day every other Saturday. He works till noon. He's actually taking a nap right now. And my son called and he's like, hey, can Slim come and pick me up from work? She's got to stay. I was like, no, but I can. I'm getting a bottle of wine out of it, so it's worth it. He's like, I need to stop at the store. I'm like, okay, but you're buying me a bottle of wine. So, I dug everywhere for a bottle of wine 2 nights ago. I used to keep 15, 20 bottles in my closet. For those nights, you just need a bottle of wine. And I dug 2 days ago, and I couldn't find not a single bottle of wine. Now, I know I have not drank all them bottles of wine. But I have had people living with me because, well, I'm a nice person, and whenever people are down on their luck. I have a couch, I have an extra bedroom, you know. And I'm not always home whenever they're staying with me. And yeah, they leave and things are always missing. I always end up with more at my house than when they came there, but then I'm missing all of my stuff, and all of their trash is still at my house. Like, I currently have 2 mattresses I need to get rid of. They're outside in my yard. My chickens like to lay on them, under them, and climb on top of them. But it's very expensive to drop them off at the dump, and it's illegal to burn or to throw away. I've rented a dumpster, 3 dumpsters in the past few years, since 2016, to clean off my property because, well, my trailer got flooded and completely destroyed in 2016, and we tore it down little by little. That's another story. But every dumpster I've gotten, they're like, don't throw any mattresses or in it. And I'm like, well, that's kind of like the main thing I need to get rid of, mattresses. And then when my uncle lived there, I have probably about 20 tires on my property I need to get rid of. But the property's been in the family for years. It's technically my mother's, and everybody treats it as their property because it was my grandmother's and my step-grandfather's property. So, like, whenever I got car insurance, you're like, well, there's like 20 people that live at your address. I'm like, no, they just use my address. They don't live there. You know, family property, they all use the address. And I helped my mother pay off the property 3 or 4 times in my lifetime. Just recently, in December of 2019, I paid it off for the final time. I told her to go pick up her title and not to finance it again. Like, I was done paying for it. It's the last time I'm paying on the property, Mom. And the property was supposed to be mine because I've helped her pay it off so many times. And then whenever I got it paid off, she's like, well, I never said I was giving you the property while I was still alive. You got to wait until I die. And my sister, of course, you know, she was like, of course you can have the property. I'm not going to fight you on it. Well, then she went through a divorce, and not to get into too much Jerry Springer crap, but it's technically more her property than mine. We have different fathers, and her biological grandfather is who originally owned the property. And then her biological grandfather on her father's side married her great-grandfather married my grandmother on my mother's side. So, and that's how my mother ended up with the property. And it became kind of my family property, but it's more of her family property than it is mine. So even though I've helped Mama pay for it 3 or 4 times, she does have more say-so in the property because, well, it was PDOT's. And PDOT is what we called her great-great-grandfather and my step-grandfather. Yeah, I know, Jerry Springer crap, huh? But that's how it goes. Alright, he gets off in about 15 more minutes. I don't know if he's going to get off early. I'm in a little shopping center. It's a new shopping center. I say new. It's probably about 4 years old. Little strip mall. And the restaurant that he works at, fast food restaurant. I'm not going to give too much away. Although if he gets on camera, you'll see his uniform shirt. But, just gonna say they make sandwiches really fast and they deliver them. I'm just gonna say that. Y'all can fill in the blanks. I know y'all know what I'm talking about. And a bunch of kids from his job sitting outside doing nothing. He needs to become the GM so he can take care of this nonsense. But he's only 18. He even comes to me the other day. He's like, Mom, you've been a GM before? And I have. Been a boss several times for my own business, which I'm not going to get into that I had a few years back, to just being a general manager at a restaurant. He's like, how do you get people to respect you, especially whenever you're the same age as them? I was like, basically, you just don't need to be their friend. Be their boss. The respect will come. Respect is earned. You have to earn their respect. But it's really hard whenever he's 18, going to be 19 next month. He's been at this job for a few years. I think he got it when he was 16. The first time. Cystic acne. I've never had cystic acne in my life. It hurts so bad. At least that's what I think it is. So my sister told me it was. My pylori cysts on my scalp. Yes, they're disgusting, I know. And my beautiful gray hairs that I earned, every one of them. Anyways, where was I? He's been, I think he was 16. His first little job was at another little fast food restaurant. That did not go well. He was not the person for it. He got an opportunity to work at this other restaurant. He took it. And he quit whenever he turned 18. Because I got him in to work in the plants for brand scaffolding as a scaffold builder. To show him what it was to, work hard. I was only a scaffold builder for a few months, but I was a pipe fitter, and I did that for years. And a whole watch fire watch I started out as. On one job that moved up from a whole watch fire watch to a B-class pipe fitter, I was so proud of myself. Because it's hard enough to make it in that world as a woman. It's harder whenever you start off on such a female-dominated position and go into the male-dominated positions. And to prove yourself that you deserved it, that you were going to work hard enough for it. But that's another story. That's my drive. But he wanted to make better money, so I got him a job doing that. He was bringing in, $12, $13, $1,400 a week. And he let his little roommate at the time talk him into quitting, so he ended up losing his place. He lasted 5 months out on his own. And he came back home to Mama. And I tried to get him back into the plants, but he already burned bridges, and he didn't prove himself enough whenever he was in there to unburn bridges. Which, if you're a good worker, you can get away with a lot of stuff in plants. Trust me, I know. I've done it. I've drug up, packed up my tools, and walked off the job. And 2 days later, was back on the same job with a raise. But I was really good at my job. And no, should I have been rehired with a raise? Probably not. I would not have rehired me with a raise after walking off of a job, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do to get the respect you feel like you deserve if you're not getting the respect. Especially if you're a good worker. If you're really good at your job, you should be respected as such. But he hadn't proved himself enough in his little 5 months of building scaffolds to get his job back. So he called back this company again, called the owner, or texted the owner and was like, look, sorry I quit. I quit for a better job. Can I have my job back? And she took her gamble and took him back. Now, he did leave twice to go to another state to try to get on with another, big money plant job after the ice storms and everything. You know, a lot of plants buckle under all that much weight if they're not used to it. In a neighboring state had that happen. Just whole units got shut down because of the ice storm, even in my state. And a lot of turnarounds are starting up, and he tried to go out there and get on. He went out there, he made 2 trips, a lot of run around, came back home and got his job back. And I told him that this company's been good to him. Like, the owner likes him and respects him, and he needed to just give it a go and just take care of it. I mean, with this job, even as a GM or as the hourly employee, making the roughly $2 more an hour, like say if he just works a 50-hour week, which is what a GM is required to work, as an hourly employee, he's making $2 more an hour than the GM would be. So with that money, whether hourly or GM, he makes enough money to pay his rent, to pay a car note, to have internet, cell phone, and all of that in this area by himself without a roommate. So there's no reason why he can't take this company that he's with the owners he's with. And who knows, I mean, take the GM now, he could be a regional manager in a few years. But this is all experience that he can never get back. Like, I'm not even sure if I'm saying the right things. But this is just all experience, him growing up. Do I want him to be in fast food the rest of his life? No, not really. I had so much more hopes and dreams for him. But if it's... I know he doesn't have any desire to do what I want to do, and that's homestead, raise my animals, eat my food that I grow, slaughter my animals, eat what I raise. That's what I've always wanted to do. I mean, I grew up with his roommate, my little burn from a week and a half ago. It's much better now than it was. The gumbo, when I barely touched the pot, yeah, it's like a good, it looks a lot better than it did. But that's after a week and a half. If that's after a week and a half, imagine what it looked like whenever it was fresh. Okay, I lost my whole train of thought with her walking out. Oh, the homesteading. Like, I want the acreage and the coffee on the front porch and hearing the chickens. It's like that old country song. I say old, it's not that old. Probably mid-80s. You know, sitting on the front porch watching the chickens peck the ground. There ain't a whole lot going on tonight in this one-horse town. That's what I want. I want to sit there and watch chickens peck the ground. I want to go out and I want my property cleared by the pigs. I want to put the pigs in my freezer and know that I've had them since they were babies. And I know what went in their body. Oh God, yeah, I need a shave. Whatever. I want to hear the egg song every time my chickens lay an egg, which, I mean, I have 7 layers right now. I have more coming. They were supposed to be here February 17th, but because of the ice storms, it got pushed back to March 10th. And then they ran out of chickens March 10th, so I got pushed back to March 22nd. So fingers crossed, March 22nd, I'll have more chickens. 6 of those layers I have right now are chickens. One of them is a duck. So these 7 chickens is not really enough to sustain my family. I mean, my husband is 6'6". My son is 6'3", maybe. Last measure was 6'2", but he's getting up there. He's taller now. He's probably around 6'3" now. I mean, my husband eats 4 eggs for breakfast. My son eats 3. That leaves me none. Which, I mean, we don't eat eggs every day. But, you know, if I bake a cake, that takes eggs. Making those breakfast burritos that I make, I mean, that's 30 to 40 eggs every time I make burritos for the week. And my chickens just aren't keeping up. I have to still buy eggs. I want enough chickens so I don't have to buy eggs. I want to hatch out my babies. I want to raise them up until they either become future layers or they go in my pot. You know, young roosters. I love fresh meat, fresh eggs. Rabbits. I haven't eaten a rabbit in so many years. I haven't been rabbit hunting. Life has just gotten so crazy. I mean, I haven't had rabbit in years. My great-grandfather used to raise rabbits. He had 1 buck and 3 does. And, I mean, I've been skinning rabbits since I was 4 years old. And, I mean, I love rabbit. I want to get that where I have, you know, my rabbits. Well, I want to have rabbits like my papa used to have. And I want to raise them up and eat them. I know that sounds so cruel, but that's what I wanted. I want to know where my food is coming from. And my son is walking out. I'm going to go ahead and pause this. He's wanting me to go. Give me a minute. Let me go and pause this. I may be back. Okay, I went through all of that without filming any of it because my son is a disrespectful turd. But, you know, it is what it is. I raised him. I guess it's my fault. Just dropped him off. And he gave me a bottle of wine from his home that his roommate's grandmother bought them. It's like a $3 bottle. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with $3 bottles of wine, but it's not what I wanted. I tend to go between $10 and $30 for my bottles. Just the quality is much better. A $300 bottle is the exact same quality as a $10 bottle, in my opinion. Of course, opinions are like buttholes. Everyone's got one, but you know. But it's a Gallo Sweet Red. I try to stay away from as many sweet wines. They headache inducing. But going in, I'm going to turn y'all around and let y'all, if I can. I don't know if I can turn y'all around. I don't know how to do that. Okay. Well, maybe I'm not going to turn y'all around, but there's a lot of old cars out today. I've passed all kind of beautiful old cars. There might have been something going on today with antiques, but this end of my road, you literally, I call it the leap of faith. I used to tell people, just take a left. I promise you there's a road there. The road goes up to like a, I don't know, it's about a 45-degree angle, and then the road that I live on goes right off of it. So if you're coming and making a left onto the road, you don't even see that there's a road there. You just take a left and just pray that there's a road there, because the ditches are very deep because the road is at such an angle. So I was hoping I can get y'all turned around and see. But like I mentioned, my trailer was flooded earlier. Like, they put these trailers in, and they put in so much dirt to have the trailers higher than the floodwater. But I can promise you right now, the floodwaters were above that in 2016. Like, we were underwater. All 16 of my chickens I had at the time survived, though. And I know I'm very shaky. Like I mentioned earlier, they graded my whole road to replace culverts. And they're going to come back and re-blacktop it. And they've been working on this since last week. So they're actually moving pretty fast, especially for Louisiana standards. As soon as they tore out the culvert, I was like, oh God, I'm gonna have to be going around for the next 6 months. But they actually got all the culverts replaced in like a 3-day span on my road, which the road I live on is only 2 miles long. But I think there's like 5 or 6 culverts that go across the road. And one is right by my driveway. So, all these homes are new homes. That's not even part of the subdivision that I have across. I have 2 subdivisions directly across the street from my house. And we're about to get into the first one. Everybody's painting their brick houses white. Like I grew up, like here's one of the subdivisions. And the other subdivision is going to be past my driveway. But all the red brick homes I grew up with have now all painted the homes white, which it looks beautiful, don't get me wrong. I just miss the red brick in the 2 homes I grew up looking at. Pulling up, my dog's running around my truck, my driveway. All right. I need to get gas. My son moved out, but he moved like literally, as you saw, what, 3 minutes away from me. So, unplug my charger, grab my purse, and my bottle of wine that he gave me. It is what it is. It's a bottle of wine. Hey, it's got alcohol. So, we're good. Hey, Jack, can I get out the truck, please? Go see Daddy. Get out the truck. Come on, Doc. That was my payment. I'm down to 74 miles on the tank of gas. So, ooh, I'm filming.
I figured that.
Yep, my purse. Let me see. Let me turn this off. I'm going to restart it with the camera turned. I don't know how to turn the camera while I'm filming. All right. Such a beautiful sight. All the clovers. All the clovers. I'm so sorry if I film anything in these clovers that I'm not supposed to film. My dog, you know, uses the restroom and stuff. And my bedspread that I have hanging in the sun. That's the one, let me see. I have this. That's my comforter. This is my bedspread that I just put on top of everything. And we have my jockey boy. I need to season that. And my husband getting my eggs. Everyone say hi to Slim.
Hey.
And see, I have a duck egg, 2 black copper Maran eggs, Marans. And this one is getting kind of light. This is my black sex link. This is my black Sumatra. And my white leghorn. My Easter egger didn't give me a green egg. And just opened my shirt.
Be careful, there's a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
So as you see, I only got 6 eggs today. And that is Cooper, my black copper Moran's rooster. And my black Sumatra back there. She's so pretty.
I cleaned out their other feeder and put it out here.
That is my 2 French black copper Moran girls. That is my black sex link girl. And my beautiful duck back there on the old basketball goal. She is a blue Swedish. She's kind of grooming her chest over there. You can barely see her. Then I have my white leghorn, and my Easter egger, who gives me a green egg, is right behind my other duck, Jean. No, that's not Jean. Jean passed away. That is Jackson. And ducks got fresh water. Chickens got fresh water. I took the chicken feed with me whenever I left. It's Cooper trying to be intimidating. He's already attacked me once while I was trying to film him. That video never made it up. Huh, Cooper? Cooper's a pretty boy. Is Cooper a pretty boy? Is Cooper a pretty boy? Uh-huh, talk to me. And then, of course, we have our docky boy over here. And our 3 puppies we have left out of the 8 that were born here. They come outside every day to get some fresh air and play. They come in at night. This one had someone who was going to take him. Chicken feed, sorry for the noise. This one has someone that was going to take him. His name was going to be Maxon. So I've been calling him that, but the person ghosted me and stopped answering my messages on Facebook Messenger. So, ooh, something's biting my arm. So, I've still been calling him Maxon. That's Maggie May. I wanted to keep her. She's so pretty. She looks the most like her daddy, Doc, my dog. Decided I'm keeping that one. That's Bear. I'm Bear. So that's my 2 boys and my girl. Maxon and Maggie are still available. And let me hold my eggs and scratch my nose because, you know. This was an area that I had for my chickens. I had 2 areas for them. And I just combined my chickens to give the puppies an outdoor playtime area without them running off. Huh, Maxon? Yeah, the other people that wanted him. Yes, baby? Okay. All right, we're gonna go look at the chickens. Scratch at the ground with their chicken feed. Get it, Cooper. Oh, you're gonna attack me, huh? You gonna run up on me like you're gonna do something? You got a fence in the way, boy. You can't get to Mom, and remember, my rooster's right on side of me. I know you're afraid of my rooster. My husband. Try to speak to him in a language he understands.
No, big and bad, ain't he? He's sure you're back there peeking around the corner like, what y'all got going over there? Doc. Chill out.
Yes, my chickens like to play basketball. Don't ask me. I don't know why they basketball's in there. I'm just saying they like to play basketball, but that's not the case. I don't know what they're doing. And he's gonna run up on me again. He doesn't like me filming at all.
He's pretty though.
He's gorgeous. And that's one of his same breed as a female. So if I hatch out their eggs, I'll get French black copper marans, and they are such gorgeous birds. You gonna come up on me again? You gonna come up on me again? You gonna try to attack me again? Yes, you are. You're gonna try to attack me again. Come on, Cooper. You know better. Don't bite the hand that feeds you. Don't bite the hand that feeds you. Okay. All right, so I've had only, my husband likes to take a nap when he gets off work, so I only did the 2 comforters before he got home, took a nap, and then I left. I didn't want to leave him with a, bare bed to take a nap on. So while I was getting Gavin from work, my oldest son, he went ahead and woke up from his nap, stripped the sheets, and put them in the wash. So they should be done shortly, and my comforters appear to be dry, so I'm going to go ahead and get my eggs put up. Come back out. Yes, Cooper, I understand. Come back out, get my comforter down and my bedspread, and then California Kings just take up so much room. Like, I could literally put 2.5 loads of clothes on that umbrella clothesline that I have, but it only holds 1 comforter and one bedspread, because my husband has to be 6'6", and I have to have a California King for him to fit in. Now, how is he going to fit in the queen size bed in the camper trailer? I don't know. We'll make it work. We did in the past before we got the California King, so we'll make it work. But let me go get my eggs put up, get all that stuff done. You need the piece of what, baby?
The piece of plastic right there.
All right, I'll be back. Okay, I forgot to grab the camera and film, but I put my clothes on my umbrella clothesline. My fitted sheet is up there the best I can, and my flat sheet up there the best it can. I don't know, there's not much daylight left. There's a slight breeze going, so maybe they'll dry. If not, I do have a dryer. See, the sheet feels like it's almost dry. Let's see, underneath where I get. Yeah, the jeans are soaked. Towels are still soaked. They've been out for about, ooh, I need a pressure wash of that. Only been out for probably about 15 minutes. Oh, Daddy's home, y'all. Running to get put up, huh? That's my ducks. Oh, that's my duck. And that's Billy. And then my Easter egger. And of course, Cooper going crazy over the camera. Hi, Billy. We were gonna name her Bill after my husband's stepdad. I decided on Billy whenever she became a female. Well, whenever we realized she was a female. So we had another duck of that breed. That is a Khaki Campbell duck right there, and we named it Jean for Billie Jean, any Michael Jackson fans out there. And Jean unfortunately passed away, a coyote attack, along with 6 of my Easter eggers. My 1 Easter egger is the 1 Easter egger I have left. From the 7 I purchased. And Jean was my older head duck at the time. He kind of ran the coop beside Billy. Billy's the queen of the coop. She even bosses that one around, who thinks he's all big and bad. But Billy, I guess Jen was trying to protect Billy and ended up getting murdered. And Jackson, because the name seemed more unisex than Michael, so I decided to name it the other duck Jackson. It grew up to be a male. I guess he was too young and immature to know to try to fight the coyote. I guess it was a coyote. They have coyotes in the area. But yeah, I lost 2 of my French black copper marans one night, and the following night I lost 6 of my 7 Easter eggers and 1 of my ducks. And I'm telling you, he does not like this camera at all. Like, he honestly thinks he's gonna do something, which he might. I mean, he is kind of mean. Oh, you're gonna get up there. You see, now you can fly off and get me. So I better put my camera away.
He has never gotten out of there.
Yes, he has.
I mean, not lately. I mean, since he's gotten big, it hasn't.
But
Boo.
he could jump over.
Good boy.
All right, well, I told y'all I would be back. So I'm back. While I was editing the video, I noticed that I hadn't filmed anything else, and I told y'all I would be back. So I'm going to try to squeeze this into the end. It's been an editing nightmare. So, did you just try to crow and nothing came out? You were in the crow stance, your neck and everything. Beautiful boy. All right. Bye, guys. Love y'all.